Well, Q3 earnings are just about to kickstart with the top IT companies lining up to report their quarterly results pretty soon. Now, four of them will be posting their earnings next week, including TCS, Infosys, Wipro, and HCL Technologies. So, which of these firms will actually report better Q3 results? I'm Sakshi Batra and you're watching Business Today TV, and here's what you can really expect from the upcoming December quarterly numbers from the IT bellwethers. Well, the forthcoming quarterly results are crucial for the IT majors, and that's after a tepid performance that we've seen from most of them on Dalal Street in the year 2022. Now, the BSE IT index, in fact, plunged 24% in the past 12 months. It widely underperformed the Sensex that actually rose about 4.5% odd, and it was the most underperforming index, the worst performing index on the Dalal Street in 2022. Now, shares of Wipro, for example, they plunged the most among all of them, 45% down in 2022. It was followed by HCL Technologies, that was down about 21% in 2022. Infosys was down by 20%, and Tata Consultancy Services, the biggest, listed company when it comes to information technology, was down about 13% odd. And this was all due to the ongoing slowdown in both the US and the Europe, which actually contribute to over 60% of their revenues of these major IT companies. Now, market watchers do see a potential for negative surprise across the board on revenues led by higher furloughs and also pressure of the existing book of business as well in the upcoming quarter results. Now, let's start off with the biggest IT firm, TCS first, or Tata Consultancy Services. This IT behemoth is going to be announcing its Q3 FY23 results on January 9th. Now, Nirmal Bang Securities has expected that TCS may report revenue growth of around 1% on a sequential basis, on a constant currency basis, that is, backed by the strong order inflow of the last 12 months. Now, for Q3, the brokerage also thinks that the EBIT margin will in fact expand by 100 basis points on a Q-on-Q basis, that's sequentially. Now, they also believe that the total order inflow for FY23 will be at best flat year on year, could also be slightly lower than that too. Now, the hiring slowdown is also expected to continue right there, 2.9% sequentially and 7.4% on a Q-on-Q growth in revenue and in profit after tax is expected for TCS in the December quarter as well. Let's move on to find out how IT major Infosys is likely to report its earnings. Now, the company will be coming out with its results on January 12th of 2023. The company had already tightened the revenue growth guidance to 15 to 16% in constant currency terms, and the margin guidance to 21 to 22%. So, IT analysts really don't see any further chances to the guidance or lower guidance or like lower numbers to this guidance. They do believe that perhaps the lower band of these guidance can actually be met in the December quarter. Now, the TCV, or the total contract value, is likely to be around $2 billion for the company, reflecting a quarter-on-quarter decline. And that's after a record Q2 FY23, the highest in 7 quarters that we had seen for Infosys as well. Moving on to HCL Technologies now, that's also going to be posting its Q3 FY23 results on January 12th. Now, brokerage house IDBI Capital believes that the revenue in terms of constant currency will grow by 2.8% sequentially, quarter on quarter, and no material impact of the cross currency could actually be seen right there. That could be a positive. Now, this is mainly due to the product revenue growth of 18% on a sequential basis. Now, an assessment by both the IDBI capital markets really shows that HCL Technologies may actually post a 16.6% year on year and 5.5% Q on Q growth in revenue, and then a 12.7% year on year and an 11.2% Q-on-Q rise in the net profit for the company. They also say that the EBIT margin may grow by 117 basis points sequentially, and that's mainly due to the easing of the supply side challenges that the company had been facing for far too long. Now, the outlook on product business, ER&D, and then when you see business driven by the turmoil in Europe, commentary on the deal pipeline, especially the large deals, the pricing, attrition trend, margin outlook, and M&A plans, and also the technology spends by clients. These will be very important to watch out for all the investors, for all of these companies in fact. Let's move on to the fourth major company that's likely to report its earnings next week, and that's Wipro. The company will be reporting its earnings on January 13th. Now, market participants do believe that, one should really zero in on the outlook for Q4 FY23 commentary on the large deal wins, the commentary on the client mining as well, the commentary across verticals, especially BFSI, consumer, manufacturing, business unit, attrition trends, M&A, mergers and acquisitions, and the capital allocation, and the outlook on the European region, and any other macro challenges, if at all there are any hints of that in the management commentary as well. Here also, IDBI Capital Markets really sees a 15.5% year-on-year and a 4.1% sequential growth in the revenue of Wipro in Q3 FY23. In contrast, it actually sees a fall of 3.4% in the net profit on a year-on-year basis. However, the brokerage house believes that the bottom line of the company may actually grow 10.3% on a sequential basis. So year-on-year fall, but a rise quite substantially on a sequential basis as well. So this is the sum up of the 4 top IT companies that will start off or kickstart the Q3 earnings that will start flowing in from next week. And here's what you can really expect from all of them as well.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.